Langkawi is a group of 99 islands in the state of Kedah, here in the Southeast Asian country of Malaysia. Hello, I'm Nancy Perlman. On this edition of ECONEWS, our eco-adventures include a birding and nature drive, an island-hopping beach trip, and a look at the geological features and ecosystems of this northwest part of the country. Our meals include a variety of tasty organic dishes, and we stay at a designated green hotel. We're at the base of Raya Mountain. We're going to have our bird watching opportunity. We've just stopped here and already seen 5 birds.
My name is Irshad Mubarak and I'm from this lovely island Langkawi. I'm your guide for the next few days. We are going on an excursion here looking for wildlife and birds, etc. We are on Gunung Raya or Raya Mountain. This is the highest peak on the island, and right now we find some figs behind us. One of the 100 over species of figs we have in the country. It is the most important food source.
He's pointing out some long-tailed macaques. I see a whole bunch of them going around in the branches, but it's really hard to get that picture.
And the long-tailed macaque is an omnivore. It's sometimes also called the crab-eating macaque. So it eats everything from fruit, flowers, leaves, nuts, insects, and even small mammals it could chase down and tear into its flesh. And so by nature, this animal is a little confrontational because it has to sometimes fight its dinner, kill it and eat it. It has the tools and the temperament to be a little more confrontational. The dusky langur is a lovely little monkey. It has a calmer disposition. It's a herbivore, and it's unique to what we call peninsular Southeast Asia. It's only found southern Myanmar, southern Thailand, and peninsular Malaysia, nowhere else on the planet.
This is an introduced species, probably brought in by the British. It comes from South America. We call it Mimosa pudica. Lovely little tiny flowers, but look what happens when you tap the leaves. It shuts down, and that's a defense strategy.
Kelompang. It's a pioneer species. It's one of those trees that quickly reestablishes a disturbed forest where this landslide occurred some 13 or 14 years ago. And their seeds, as you can see, their flowers, of course, you see, is designed for bats, so their flowers open up at night, and their seeds are distributed by wind. And the great hornbill is our largest bird. From the tip of its beak to the tip of its tail, it's measured at 1.30 meters, and that's a little more than 4 feet long. And when that big bird flies over you, you will hear it. It goes a That's the most beautiful sound. Okay.
We stopped along the road to get a view of the islands, but we're listening. Great hornbill? The sounds of a great hornbill.
Wheat hornbill. That's a beautiful bird. It looks so prehistoric. Take a look at this.
Oh, how incredible. Oh, beautiful. I see why this is one of your favorite birds. What a bill.
Yes,
colorful.
It's foot long, that bill.
A foot long bill. The Coconut Hill Resort at the top of the mountain allows the visitor to use the facilities, go up to the viewing tower for a 360-degree view, and you can actually stay in the hotel to enjoy the rainforest. Here at the viewing tower, one can sit back, relax, and have a cup of spicy tea.
We're overlooking the west coast of the island. These trees are so tall, they're up to about 150 feet, some of them, and some of them even higher, taller still. And the great thing about this drive is we're constantly looking up the canopy of these trees. That's how close you can come to the birds as well. The great hornbill, the wreath hornbill, the monkeys, their little birds, the woodpeckers. It's just an amazing drive. The west coast is where your hotel is placed, and the hotel's placed. See the airport that you flew in, it's the international airport that connects Langkawi to the rest of the planet.
We're ready for a delicious meal at the Bonton restaurant, and they're also cat lovers like myself. Look at these cute kitties.
In front of the Bonton is this reed fields of bulrushes and water hyacinths. And this freshwater environment is a wonderful home for the purple swamp hen, the white-browed crake, the slaty-breasted rail. We also have moorhens and some ducks, Eurasian wild ducks. And just then we saw an otter.
The chef will personalize your dish. You tell them what you want in it, and they'll make it for you.
Right now where you're looking is very old houses. They call them black coral. Came from Kedah.
The Killam Geopark boat tour stops at ancient limestone outcrops and here in mangrove forests. Along the way, we see small protected islands in the Andaman Sea, here on the Indian Ocean.
We're in the Andaman Sea, the very south of the Andaman Sea, the Indian Ocean.
And we're on the northwest
We are on
coast?
the west coast, the very northwest of Peninsular Malaysia and at the border of Thailand in Malaysia. We get to see limestone cliffs, we get to go through caves, and we get to talk about this interesting flora that lives on limestone, and it's so unique that we call it forest on limestone. And along the way in the coastal areas, we'll pass some beautiful mangrove forests. You have come to the center of mangrove ecology. These rock formations that we are seeing, some 450 million years in the making. So they've been formed between 380 and 450 million years ago. These little islands we'll be going through today is under protective status. You cannot hunt here, you cannot take log, you cannot remove anything. It's under permanent forest reserve.
Oh my gosh. So graceful.
Today's tour takes us past some of the most beautiful seascapes and limestone formation that Malaysia has to offer. This species of mangrove is called berbuta in Malay. Translate, it means the blinder. So this plant here gives you a little white sap, and that sap in your eye causes temporary blindness that could last for about 10 days or more. Yeah, this is another species of mangrove called Bugera. It has those little root systems that you see that comes out like little bumps there. And these are air-breathing roots that take oxygen directly from the atmosphere. At very high tide, the water covers this area and the trees are not able to get enough oxygen from the seawater or the mud. So they had to develop roots that come out of the mud, out of the water, and take oxygen directly from the atmosphere. During the 2004 tsunami that hit Aceh and part of Asia, some studies show that those areas that had wide enough mangrove belt reduce the impact of the tsunami dramatically. And studies show it can even reduce the effect of a tsunami 85 to 90%. These roots, these very bizarre looking roots, when the tide comes in and covers this area, becomes a wonderful nursery for baby fish and baby prawns. The young fish and prawns here will then thrive on the organic food that is richly available here. And also when the big fish come to get the little fish, they hide between the root system of these rhizophora mangroves. Worldwide, we recognize 60 species of true mangroves. We have more than 3 times the number of mangrove species on this little tiny island compared to all of Brazil.
All right, a little adventurous here. Okay, here we go. Find out. Wow, this is a tight squeeze. Amazing. Another delicious meal. Thank you so very much, sir. Thank you. This has been a great eco-adventure, and after seeing the mangrove forests in person, it's obvious how important they are to the ecosystem, for climate change, for wildlife nurseries, for human economic purposes, fishery farms, and even protection of our communities. Here in the rice paddy fields, we're going to stop at a restaurant for our evening dinner.
My name is Jimmy, and well, this time I'm here on Langkawi Island. I'm a chef owner and running PS The Paddy, which is located at Ulu Malacca, and this is a wonderful restaurant running with the beautifully surrounding with the paddy field, a nice view, sunny sunset, and lavish belly. As for the local dishes, I have here, I cooked a fish sambal 1. Number 2 is a beef rendang, especially Malay, beautiful dish here. And then I have a wonderful Indian dish here. Number 3 is a chicken butter masala. Well, this is the rice setup here for the rendang for the meal. I have a mixed salads here with the yogurt dressing, a nice steamy rice, a papadum, and a prawn crackers here. I hope you will enjoy it.
I'm taking a cable car up Machichong Mountain, about a half mile, so I have these great views of Buro Bay and the Geopark Forest. The cable car takes us to the top of the mountain, where we're able to see 550 million year old sandstone rock formations, as well as the top of the rainforest.
Hi, my name is Zulkifli Barkatullah. Welcome to Langkawi Sky Camp. Right now we are standing at the Machichong Mountain peak. 550 million years ago, Machichong Mountain was an ancient river estuary. We are almost a mile from sea level. Langkawi Sky Camp was built on 2001 and start operation on 2002. Roughly we receive 3 to 4,000 visitors per day. We have 35 gondola and we import it from Switzerland. At top station we have 2 platforms, and from this platform you can see Andaman Sea and the southern part of Langkawi. We are looking at the Buro Bay and then Padang Matsira and Kuah Town.
Hello, I'm Maria Mess from San Francisco, California. This is my first vacation in Malaysia, which is absolutely fantastic. Touring the large cities and also enjoying the wildlife, the rainforest, the mango groves, boat rides, and the colonial British history, and also the royal palaces. So I've had an absolutely fantastic vacation, and I hope everybody has a chance to do it.
From this station, one can take a nature walk. I'm looking at it right here, but I can't see it because you're inside the rainforest. If we had 45 minutes, we could take the sky trail through the rainforest and get away from the cable cars and into the peace and quiet of the trees.
We are on the northeast coast of the island, and the big island you see right across there, it's Thailand, it's Tarutao Island, and it's just 5 nautical miles from us.
From here, we get on a boat to explore the islands of the southern archipelago, as well as enjoy the secluded beaches and coves.
You can see them on the trees at the very peak there. It's really far away.
Wow, what big bats! Even in their roosting trees, resting, they're flapping those wings. 5-foot wingspan.
What we have here, aquaculture fisheries, and they are breeding tuna.
We see the overhanging of the rock formation and a small little beach that they call a cove. The water is so warm and pleasant, and with the salt, it's easy to just float without any effort. And you can even enjoy it in the rain. Bye, beautiful, secluded beach. All to myself, the water, me, nature. The Craft Center displays both traditional and contemporary art. There's so many items for purchase, including beautiful paintings, clothing, jewelry, carvings, and more. I always love to buy a new scarf. There's so many colors to choose from, but of course, as an environmentalist, green is the color. You can wear it this way. Here in Malaysia, a lot of women are wearing the scarf on their head. So let's wrap it Malaysian style. This is a museum of wedding customs and costumes, and the clothing is spectacular. As the first designated green hotel in this Southeast Asian country, the Frangipani Langkawi Resort and Spa has developed over 200 ways to be ecological.
Being an environmentalist and a naturalist for the last 40 years, started as a tour guide taking people into nature and being one of the top eco-tourist company called Asia Overland. In 2005, we had the opportunity to take over this hotel as a group, and I told the staff I want to be the greenest in the world. We started with 25 ways, and today we are the greenest in Malaysia. Now we tackle the world. In hotel operation, is saving. The saving you make is your extra profit, because staff, you have to pay them well to look after their welfare. All over Asia, all over the world, tourism, it is the largest industry. When I started renovating, every year we are actually doing renovation in bits and pieces here and there. The staff didn't understand why I do not throw all these things away. They say this is rubbish. I say it depends on how you look at things. To me, it's a resource. Nothing should be thrown away. There is always another use of stuff. Every month, every year, I expand the knowledge, research and experiment to get more ways to save energy, water, waste, recycle and plant more food in the hotel. I tell my head gardener, housekeeper, whatever you plant, it has to have a use. If you don't have a use, don't plant it, or unless it's beautiful looking, because every plant has a use, a lot of medical use. Now most of the medicine we have today in the Western world, I would say 80 to 90% originate from nature. So nature has got everything for us. It's for us to understand, research and make use of it. I think people also want a healthy holiday. If your whole resort don't have chemical that goes around, because sometimes people spray chemicals to get rid of insects. I don't spray chemicals because the birds will eat the insects. So
it's a healthy holiday. They have healthy food. So you can do two things. You can go on holiday, activity, relax, eat healthy food, and come back healthy from your holiday. Nancy, I'm really glad that your team stayed with us because it's a long way from America.
Langkawi offers the nature lover great eco treks and boat excursions and provides wonderful accommodations for visitors who want to relax at the beaches and spas. I certainly want to return to this Malaysian island in Southeast Asia. On behalf of our nonprofit organization, Educational Communications and ECONEWS, I'm Nancy Perlman, wishing you a natural, unspoiled environment.